Here we have the first trigonometry function, that is sin square a plus cos square a is equals to 1. And here, very importantly, we have to prove this. We have to verify it also. Directly, we can't take that anything. So how to prove that? To prove that, we will take one triangle ABC. In that triangle ABC, we have here A angle as a mean, because we have taken the sin square A and cos square A. So A angle is a mean. So let me take that A as a mean. So it is opposite first, and this is the adjacent side, and this is the hypotenuse side. So we need this for our final answer. So first, what we will take is, we will have the right angle triangle. So obviously, don't bother about this one. We have to prove. This one we have to prove. So we will take the Pythagoras theorem, because to prove that. So by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, by Pythagoras theorem. So anyone will say how we can write it on the Pythagoras theorem for this triangle ABC?
AC square is equals to
AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square.
Yes,
equals to B.
AC square is equals to, okay, next time I will ask a particular person, they have to answer. Otherwise, all will say one by one. It is good, but it is not clear for me to have that, which is the answer you are giving. Okay, so let me take down this. So we have taken the Pythagoras theorem. So here we have, that is nothing but AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So in this now, we want the final answer as a 1. So here in sine and a cos, if you will consider sine and a cos, we will get the hypotenuse in both the triangle. That is both the functions, sine and a cos, we will get the hypotenuse, because divided by hypotenuse. So I want to make this AB divided by AC. Why I am doing like this way? Because AB by AC, if you will consider, AB is adjacent. See, AB is adjacent side, and AC is the hypotenuse. So what is that AB by AC? So it is nothing but adjacent. Okay, anyone?
Cos theta.
Yes, it is cos theta. So it will become the cos theta.
Cos theta.
Yes, that is cos A. I can write it down. So I want to make this AB by AC, and similarly BC by AB I want to make. Why that a BC by AC? Why I want to make it means BC is your opposite side. So OPP opposite, and AC is hypotenuse, and this is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse, nothing but sine. Okay, so this I want to have. So for that purpose, what I will do is, I will divide this, what I have that, this one equation 1 I can take, divide both sides by a square. If you do, it is better. You can divide AC square on the both side. So what will happen? So AC divided by AC, that is square we have. So I can write it down like this way. That is equals to AB divided by AC I will take, and square we can write it down like this way, and next also we will take the same square. So I have divided not by AC, I have divided by AC square. Now this AC square get cancelled, that will remain 1. On the other side, we have the square on both the sides. So what I will do here is, that square I will keep it outside the bracket, and I can write down that AB by AC. Similar on this side also I will do the same thing, BC by AC, the whole square. So now what is this AB by AC? Here we have AB by AC is nothing but what? Which one? Yes?
Cos A.
Yes, it is cos A. And we have the whole square. So square I will take it here. We have the whole square here. That square I will take it here. Similarly, we have BC by AC. That is nothing but sin A. So sin A I will write down. Sin A, the whole square it will come. But the square, what I can do is, I can write it down inside. So you are getting confused here, no problem. I will write it one step extra. It will not be problematic for me. So here whole square, here also I will write down the whole square. That is equals to 1. So I will take little bit down. And here what I will do is, this 1, let it be as it is. This can be written as cos square A, and this one can be written as sin square A. So inside I have taken, I will write down this, because this sin square A, later on we have cos square we have. So I will write down the sin square A first, then I will write down first cos square A, and this 1 I can write it here also, or I can write down is equals to 1 also. Both of them will not make any difference for me. So this is our first identity, how we got it. So anyone have a doubt in this? So our first identity of trigonometry function. Anyone have a doubt? And
No, sir.
yes, and most importantly, this derivation they won't ask. Quickly I will tell you, this derivation they won't ask anywhere, they will not ask, but you have to remember the first identity, that is sin square a plus cos square is equals to 1. So similarly we will move on to the next identity, which is the next identity. So just we will move on to that, just you can understand it better. Okay, so I will take down the second identity, trigonometry identity 2. So I will take it little bit down. Okay, you have written this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can take it down, yes? Okay, let me
Yes,
take
sir.
the second identity. So trigonometry second identity. Trigonometry identity. Okay, in that second one, the second identity is based on, the first one is sin and cos, second one is based on tan and not cot, tan and secant. Remember this, here you will get confused, nothing but we will not have a tan and cot now, tan and secant we have. Tan, afterwards cot it will come, later on secant, then we will come cosecant. Here the combination they have done like this way, tan and secant 1 and cot and cosecant 1. You can remember by this C and this C, cot, cosecant, tan and secant. So one leaving, so this one you have to remember. So now we will have that identity. Identity number 2 is nothing but 1 plus, remember, tan square A is equals to secant square. The first identity is sin square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. But the second identity, if you will see it correctly, it is nothing but first it will come 1 plus tan square A, that is equal to secant square A. Okay, so how it can derive? So similar problem, similar triangle we have to draw, and it is a right angle triangle. So it is 90 degree over here, that is I will take the B, this one I will take the A, and this one I will take the C. Similar rule, this is hypotenuse, this is A angle we are taking as a main here. So A angle is the main, so it is adjacent, it will be, and this will be opposite. Okay, now the next part is we need here tan and a secant. No problem, we will apply the Pythagoras theorem here also. Why? Pythagoras theorem. By the Pythagoras theorem, rule is same, that AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. The Pythagoras theorem won't change, it will remain same. But now our important thing is what we have to get here. We want here tan A and secant A. So according to that we have to consider. So let me take tan A. Tan A is nothing but here opposite by adjacent, and secant A, yes, secant A. What is secant A? What is the formula to find a secant A? It is 1 by cos. 1 by cos means what? Hypotenuse by
Adjacent.
yes, hypotenuse by adjacent. That is the rule we have to apply here. So similarly here we will apply, and obviously opposite side is here BC only. Here you have BC, and adjacent side is AB. Similar on this side, yes, hypotenuse is your AC, and adjacent side is AB only. So here you can see in the denominator we have AB and AB. Both the denominators having AB. So which term I have to divide them now? Dividing, same thing. That time we have divided AC, but now divide what? Equation 1 by yes, AB square. We have to divide by AB square. Why have to divide by AB square? Because here we are already square in it. So we have the square in it. So we have to divide it by AB square, because square can be taken common. So we will take the same thing, AC square divided by AB square. that is equals to AB square divided by AB square, and lastly we have BC square divided by AB square. Everywhere I am dividing by AB square only. So when I am dividing AB square everywhere, so here we can't cancel them. So AC by AB, the whole square I can take it down. So AB square get cancelled. So it will remain 1. Okay, that is the 1 we are going to have. And here we have BC square divided by AB square. So BC and AB, let it be as it is, the whole square we are going to have. Here most importantly, what is AC by AB? So again going back to this. AC by AB. What is that? AC by AB?
Second A.
Second A.
So sec A, the whole square we have, is equals to 1 plus BC by AB. Again you go for BC by AB. It is nothing but
Tan A.
yes, tan A, the whole square we have.
Tan.
So now I will take little bit down, so it will be possible for me to write it down. So okay, here we can have that secant A can be written as secant square A, that is equals to 1 plus tan square A. So here we got that square inside the bracket, so it became like this way, and we can rewrite it. When we will rewrite it, first I will write 1 plus tan square A. This left right hand side I will write down first 1 plus tan square A, that is equals to secant square A, and this is our second identity of a trigonometric function. So remember 1 plus tan square A, and while writing no tan, don't write like this way or tan A or tan square A, because if in front of that it came plus means it looks like plus. So I was writing like this way, afterwards I made like this way because it will get confused whether it is a plus or whether it is a T. So write it down correctly. So I hope you have understood the second identity also. The first identity, sin square A plus cos square is equals to 1. Second identity is 1 plus tan square is equals to secant square A. Anyone have a doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
Okay, no problem.
No, sir.
Okay, you have
No,
written
sir.
this? Written this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone is still writing this, you can say, so that I can wait for 1 minute. Otherwise, I will go for the next identity. Actually, derivation is not important for your examination point of view, but remember this, how we got. Because if you forgot that identity means you can derive it by yourself. Okay. I will move on to the third one. So third one, trigonometric identity. So write it down. Trigonometric identity in that third one. So now first one, sine and cos, finished. Second, tan and secant, finished. Third one is cot and cosecant. These are the two things we have left. So it is also similar to the second one. So here 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. So it is 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. This is the formula. But some students, what they will do is first they will write cot square A, then plus 1. Both are same. So in your notebook, you can write it on anything. Cot square A plus 1 is similar, or 1 plus cot square A is also similar only. Don't bother about first it will come cot square A, then only it will come 1. No, you can write down first 1, then you can write down cot square A. Why I'm writing like this way means the final derivation when we will do, it will come like this way only. First it will come cot, then it will come 1 for some time. Okay, so it is left to you. You can write down first 1, then you can write down cot square A also. For derivation of this also similar thing, we will take on right angle triangle. This is A, this is B, and this one is C. And I will rub this. First, we are concentrating on the A angle. So again the same thing. This is adjacent, opposite for this, and this one is a hypotenuse. Okay. So next, what we have to do here is we have to go for this cot and cosecant. Before that, we will write on the Pythagoras theorem. So some students are asking in the chat, sir, while we are writing identity, we have to draw the diagram. So it is not necessary. The identity when you will write, no, so no need to draw the diagram. When you are deriving it, you have to write it. When derivation is asked, then only you have to write it down this diagram. Otherwise, no need to draw the diagram, because in an exam they will ask only the identity, not the derivation. So by Pythagoras theorem, we will do the same thing. AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Same rule. This is equation number 1. Now we will concentrate what we have to prove. This is the proof to prove what we have to prove, and we are finding the proof for that. So we want the cot A. So let me go for the cot A. What is cot A? Cot A, what is cot A?
Sir.
Yes. Adjacent by opposite.
Opposite. Adjacent.
Adjacent by opposite. It is the cot A. Similarly, we have to go for the one more. That is, we need the cosecant A also. Here we have the cosecant A also. Let me go for the cosecant A. What is the cosecant A? So cosecant is the opposite of sine. That is the reciprocal of sine. That is nothing but hypotenuse by opposite. So main thing is opposite side we want. So adjacent is here AB, and opposite side is BC. And so similarly on this side also, AC is the hypotenuse, but opposite side is here BC. So most importantly, we need the BC to divide. So here in the equation, that is the Pythagoras theorem, what we have taken, here we have to divide what? Divide equation 1 by,
Opposite.
yes, that is what that? BC, the square. We have divided by BC the square, because when you will divide the BC square get cancelled. So that is the main part. So now we will take AC the whole square divided by BC the whole square. We are taking BC square. Remember, we are not taking the BC. BC square, that is equals to AB by BC the whole square. So AB square we have, and on this side we have BC square divided by BC square. So here BC square and this BC square get cancelled, and AC by BC we have, that can be written as AC by BC the whole square. Remember, I have taken the square, then only we can take the square common. So similarly here also AB by BC the square common, and here is already cancelled out, so remaining is only 1. Continuation part, AC by BC. We will go back to this. AC by BC is what?
Cosec.
Yes, cosec.
Square.
Cosec. The cosec A the whole square, we can write it down. That is equals to AB by BC. So here we have AB by BC. That is cot A. Cot A the whole square. Then we have here 1 plus 1. So okay, next part is the cosecant A the whole square is nothing but cosec square A. That is equals to cot square A plus 1. So square, you can take it inside, it will become cot square A and cosecant square A. And we can arrange this, what we have got here, we can arrange them. So according to us, that is the left hand side, we will write it down on the right hand side, and right hand side is cot square A first, then we will write down 1 plus 1, that is equals to cosecant square A. And this is our third identity, what we have for the trigonometric function.